on the move. It's Powell. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Off play action. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Lewis wants to pass. Release to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Takes it on the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Leaves it with the running back. Running to Green. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Back and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Lewis to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they...
There he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Lewis wants to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Might as well give it to him again. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Now he's looking to throw it. Bringing the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Buffaloes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Past the 30. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Once he got some room, it was over.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish back on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going back. Got it in the middle, it's more. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Uncorks one to the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Notre Dame! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. On the run, it's Powell. Turning it on! Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for the responsive guys.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Lewis to throw. Rushes on him. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. He'll try to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Run it with the fullback. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the big fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On the play. 2nd down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Quickly to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. All kinds of room to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Irish! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Cincinnati pulled out a win today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Bearcat players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Mountain West, and that certainly held true again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Lewis wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Miller. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Boone. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Bellamy. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Forced out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Escapes the pressure going right. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lewis to throw. Now sliding to his left. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He wants it all. Touchdown, Colorado! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's finally dragged down, but what a return as he takes it out to the 46.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here come the Irish back on offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's 1 step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Running to the left.
Man, And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Got a man, it's Powell. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 36-yard line in the running game, making its presence felt.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Runs through a tackle. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they're not on the same page there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
All the way back to the 15. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quickly complete. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Turning it on! And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sends it back in motion. Lewis to throw. Steps away. He'll pull it down. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics, and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying play action. Using his legs to buy some time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Wide open downfield. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the 4th quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to punch it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bucks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Houston went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Cougars always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. A busy day in the Mountain West, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Calls his own number. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. The short hands, it's Moore. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. To the ground with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Line getting set on second down. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Bounced off his feet.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage. You're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. A run from the quarterback. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I could send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Breaks the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Snap it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
I think they'll be aggressive here and try to win it in regulation. He'll try it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring it down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on.
Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and you might be looking at overtime soon.
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. From the gun, looking for a man. He will get there, and they take the lead with a 2-point conversion. What a gutsy call. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He'll take it himself. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Still running at the 40. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.